1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also on the web at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a free vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hey, Jockstars, this is Matt with Nash and Matt, Late Night NFL Talk. I wanted to talk to you about something. If you're anything like me, you're busy, you have a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes the last thing that you get to is Christmas presents. Now, that can be a big mistake, right? Christmas presents for your wife who takes care of you and does everything for you, or your girlfriend who you want to make happy is a big, big deal. Well, last year, I was at the mall a couple days before Christmas, and I got gouged by everyone taking advantage of me being the last shopper there. That wasn't going to happen to me this year. This year, I got her something that I know she's going to like. I went to Robin Denio, who's a skincare consultant with the doctors at Creative Proactive, and I got her skin cream. I got her all sorts of lotions and fancy stuff that I didn't even know what it is, and I didn't even know what to get. You know what I did? I said, this is what my wife likes. Usually it looks like. I went and looked in her makeup cabinet, and then I told Robin, and she picked out some things that she thought my wife was going to like. Now I look like a superstar, and you can do that too. All you have to do is jump on over to jockjournal.com, click on her link, and order a couple things. Now, if you're like me and you don't know what to get her, email Robin at robin.reifler, R-E-I-F-L-E-R @gmail.com. Tell her what you need, and she will take care of you, and you can be a superstar for Christmas, too.
Are you looking for the web's best sports news? Visit jockjournal.com. Sports media has lost its touch. It seems that journalists are scared to report what they see in fear of losing access to the teams they cover. At jockjournal.com, you get inside information on the entire NFL community without all the politics or fears other writers have. That's jockjournal.com. When you need the NFL sports news, information, opinions, fantasy football, or discussions, there is only one place to go, and it's jockjournal.com.
Okay, Jockstars, this is Nash. So, I know that Christmas time is not typically what people consider fishing season. However, some of you might be ice fishers. And in the case that you might even have an ice fisher amongst your Christmas list of people to shop for, let me tell you something. Why are anglers buying fishing shirts sold from hunting apparel companies? Ocean Vita is a true fishing apparel company focused on the coastal lifestyle. The clothing is designed specifically to handle the elements that anglers deal with on their fishing trips, such as staying dry, cool, and protected from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays, and in some cases, just staying warm. Ocean Vita uses proven water-resistant technology, moisture-whisking fabrics, strategic air ventilation, and a high ultraviolet protection factor. All of the designs and color choices are reflective of the bright and relaxed coastal lifestyle. Order your Ocean Vita apparel today and use the Jock Journal Radio 20% off coupon code FishJock. That's right, FishJock with no spaces. Just one word, FishJock. Order online today at oceanvita.com. Vita is V-I-D-A, and get your 20% off before this sale ends. Stay dry and cool when you're reeling in your next big fish.
You are listening to Jock Journal Radio. News, opinion, and discussion for all you Jockstars.
Support for this show comes from Material. Material is a simple and intuitive e-commerce platform that lets you get your online store started without paying a dime. That's right. No ads, no setup costs, no transaction fees. Experience a fresh and easy new way to sell online by signing up at material.com today.
Okay, we're back. I had to surf porn and post my pics on an adult website.
All right, Jockstars, we are back we are glad to have you. We want some more Shock the Jock submissions so we know what to put together for our Christmas viewing list. So send those Christmas movies on over to us so that way we can find out if they're on Netflix, if they're on Amazon, if they're on even our pay-per-view. I'm on AT&T. Some people are on Cox around here. Wow, that sounded dirty. And some people are even using Comcast. But let us know what the Christmas movie is that you found to be the best. Matt, it's time for some fantasy football discussion. And for all my fantasy needs, I go over to, that's it, Fantasy Knuckleheads to get most of my information. And that's not going to change today, as I have full amount of trust in what they are selling as far as their fantasy lineup needs. So, Matt, what do you have in store for quarterbacks starting in Week 14? Who do you think is the hot play this week?
This is going to be an obvious one, but I mean, Carson Palmer jumps out to me, of course. Playing a banged up Minnesota secondary after what just happened to Minnesota due to Seattle, you got to think Carson Palmer can go in there with Harrison Smith is out for the Vikings. Anthony Barr is out for the Vikings. I mean, they're a little bit banged up, and I think the Cardinals go in and take advantage of them. Pretty badly.
I really do like that Carson Palmer pick. That is solid. Palmer has certainly assembled an exceptional season and continues to reside among the league leaders in primary categories. And he is now third among all quarterbacks with almost 3,700 yards for the season, and is second overall with 29 touchdowns. However, I think the number one pick for this week, Cam Newton versus the Falcons.
That's a good pick too.
I mean, he's manufacturing a season. Like in week 13, he manufactured a season high 331 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's hot right now. 49 yards on the ground. I mean, you can't beat that. It was the second time in 3 weeks he's passed for 5 touchdowns, which improved his season total to 25. He's also amassed 476 yards rushing. This guy is a beast. And going against the Atlanta Falcons, who just seem defeated and looking for their identity and looking for that fervor, he's going to have a monster day. Anybody else that you like at quarterback?
Yeah, I actually have 2 picks that I really like. One that I'm a real fan of is I think Blake Bortles goes in and tears up the Colts. The Colts are struggling. I think they're kind of, woozy from their last game, and I think he goes in there and severely takes advantage of them. It's going to be a tough-fought game because it's a division anyway, but I think they go in there, and I think that would be a solid play. The other one I really like is Alex Smith. No one's really talking about this. He's had a couple excellent games. He's getting downfield much more. He's playing the Chargers. And they are terrible, absolutely terrible in Arrowhead. I think he could put up a good 23, 24 points for your team.
Okay, since you got a chance to be a homer for a second, here's my turn. I'm going to say Russell Wilson at the Ravens is a really good pick, too. The Ravens have just continued left and right, night and day, to just allow people to pass on them like nobody's business. They've given up 4 400-yard games in the passing. How does that even happen? I don't think that's even possible. Russell Wilson has been extremely proficient, and without trying to force the ball to Jimmy Graham, has shown that he is actually a better and more efficient passer last week, throwing for 3 touchdowns, 5 the week prior. You can't discount Russell Wilson against the Baltimore Ravens this week. You have to look at him.
Okay. There's a lot of good plays. I agree.
However, quarterback is just part of it. Running back is where the real fantasy points start to come in. And oh my God, I just got another one. Before we go to running backs, let me go ahead and tell you what from the 904. Best holiday movie, Friday After Next.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
That's definitely
one
my
favorite
you do
time of year.
With
Holiday's
a
great.
Crap ton of weed. That is a perfect intoxication movie right there. Okay, so thanks Texter. That was great. Keep them coming, guys. We need more. Week 14 running back rankings. Who do you think is the number one must start this week at running back?
I mean, this is probably not, maybe it's a popular pick or not, but I got to say the number one running back that I think is going to do well this weekend is going to be Doug Martin with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh, he's going against New Orleans, yeah.
He's going against New Orleans. It's a terrible defense, and I believe they're just going to feed him the ball, and I think it's going to work.
Yeah, Martin heads into that matchup with the poorest Saints defense as one of the hottest backs in the league currently too. Really good pick, but you can't discount LaShawn McCoy. Buffalo versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia can't just give up on the run in that matchup. The Philadelphia squad has been giving up bunches and bunches of points. And this is at Philadelphia. Boy, you better believe LaShawn McCoy is going to be hurting and angry and wanting to show the city of Philly a big, fat middle finger. And what better way to do it?
You saw his comments, right? Didn't you see that comments that he came out with a video talking about Chip can't shake shit. He's not going to shake Chip Kelly's hand, and he doesn't want to talk to him. And then Herm Edwards freaking out about it, about respecting your coach, and that's not how we play. But yeah, you're right. He's coming in there with a chip on his shoulder to show him what they missed out on. Sure.
Yes, and we know that's going to be a hell of a game. I wouldn't be surprised because this is the way Rex Ryan runs. He likes to run on emotions. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw LaShawn McCoy get the ball literally 35 times in this game. I think he'll have at least that many possessions. It's going to be nuts for LaShawn McCoy. However, the number 2 running back on this list, Thomas Rawls. I know I sound like a homer again, but he's going against Baltimore. That defense is the worst defense ever. Rawls is a beast. Just deploy and enjoy. He should continue to his role in Baltimore as the Ravens defense has not been scary literally in a couple of seasons.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that makes a lot of sense. The other one that I'm a fan of, and I got to tell you, I think Eddie Lacy comes out and gets 100 yards plus.
You have to do the bold predictions, don't you?
It's not a bold prediction. He's played well. He came off of 2 back-to-back 100-yard games. Very, very good games, or one was really close. And then they benched him because he was late. He would have had another great game. He was running hard. Now you got him against a Cowboys defense that is banged up with that offense. And here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to get a couple of turnovers from that offense, which is just terrible. You're playing in Lambeau Field, coming off an emotional win. I think the Packers get the ball in good field position, and they take advantage of that. So maybe he gets 50 yards and 2 touchdowns, but I think they give the ball to Eddie Lacy and he runs hard and plays well. And I think the offense gets back on track behind that. It's so much easier to establish a good passing offense when you're running the ball well. And that's something they just haven't had. But when they do, when he's running well, that offense plays much better. So I think they get him going, and I think he plays really well this weekend.
Okay. Well, I think Starks is a much better play, but I think you have to be fair to our listeners and tell them, hey, look, guys, don't put him RB1 or RB2. If you got a good flex option, Eddie Lacy has got to be conceded to a good flex option, right?
No, play him as an RB1 or an RB2 and play him with confidence. Man up, okay?
Oh!
Put on your big boy pants and play Eddie Lacy. I'm telling you. I mean, you do whatever you want. You're going to. It's your fantasy team. But that's what I am doing. Okay, I took out Latavius Murray and I played Eddie Lacy.
Okay, we just had the crowd laughing behind you. I don't think you heard it on your end, but yeah, they all thought it was hilarious. So yeah, Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy's your pick, and we'll see how that ends up come next week when we have our Monday show. So that's a very bold prediction.
Because it's so much better on Mondays when I get to say, yeah, okay, and be all nice and humble about it when I'm really thinking, good, shove it down your throat. And I was right about it.
Well, you're actually going to be on the road. You're not going to be able to watch those games, but I'll be sure to send you text alerts as to how Eddie Lacy is doing on Sunday.
I have satellite radio. I'll listen to the games. Thanks.
Oh, great call. I wish I had satellite radio. I'm envious right now.
I'm not a degenerate, okay?
Well, I just have a car that's not, didn't come with it. 2006 Jeep Liberty.